Carriers of the Vine might just be the creepiest mission in Ready or Not. From the moment you step into the compound, you're surrounded by an unsettling atmosphere, statues, strange figures, and an entire cult of hostile women chanting threats about your family. No armor, no hesitation, just pure aggression. And it's not the enemies that make this mission tough. It's the map itself. A massive U-shaped building with only 2 entry points, a wide open courtyard, barely any cover, and greenhouses that turn into death traps if you're not careful. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I managed to S-rank this mission using the pepperball gun. I'll break down the best strategies for breaching the main building, how to survive the exposed courtyard, and how to handle the greenhouses without getting overwhelmed. If you're ready to take on one of Ready or Not's most disturbing missions, let's get into it. Let's start with your loadout. I went with the pepperball gun, and honestly, it works great here. You can get away with light armor, but there's no time constraint on this mission, so if you prefer to play it safe, heavy armor works too. I personally carried the riot shield, though if you'd rather go tactical, the mirror gun is also a solid choice. For gadgets, I recommend loading up on flashbangs. They're just clutch when you know an enemy is nearby. Give your squad pepperball guns as well, with one carrying a battering ram and another one carrying a shield. With all the tight spaces on the map, the extra protection really pays off. At the start of the mission, I like to enter through the left side garage door. It's usually clear of enemies, but it sets you up with a safer angle into the lobby and keeps you from being exposed on both sides like the main double doors do. It also makes for a smoother clear. You can sweep the map left to right. Once you push through the lobby, move toward the right side of the building. You run into a series of tight hallways and small rooms, perfect places to flash and clear. Be careful here. The female hostiles don't have armor, but they're aggressive and carry shotguns and rifles, so don't underestimate them. On the right side, you'll also run into the first and only soft objective, the paintings. From here, avoid heading outside. The greenhouses are tough to clear, and visibility is terrible. Instead, push back to the middle double doors and enter the courtyard. The courtyard can be rough. You'll usually meet multiple enemies, and gunfire will funnel more hostiles toward you from both the left and right side. It's not easy, but I find it a little safer than fighting through the greenhouses. Once the courtyard is secure, I like to head straight for the church building before clearing the sides. The path to the church is dangerous. It's wide open, and enemies can lock onto you easily. If possible, toss a flashbang before advancing down that long path. Here you want to be swift and cover a lot of ground as fast as possible. You can get attacked from both sides at the beginning of the path, so it's better to be aggressive and beeline for the church. Keep in mind you're approaching the last leg of the relay. After you take the church, you're mostly doing cleanup. The courtyard and this path are the hardest part. At the church, you can enter the basement or the first floor. I prefer starting with the first floor. Always listen for audio cues if you hear movement inside. Use flashes or grenades before breaching. Once the top floor is clear, don't take the basement stairs inside. Instead, exit and re-enter through the outer basement door. Down here, you'll find 2 narrow walkways left and right. Both are tight, so clear them slowly, and always use your own flashes rather than relying on your teammates, since AI tends to glitch in cramped spaces. When you're done in the church, you'll be at the back edge of the map. The left path loops safely back into the compound, while the right path pushes into the backyard and greenhouses. I recommend taking the left side now and saving the greenhouses for later. Entering them from the inside is much safer. Taking the left side path, you'll mostly be dealing with close quarters combat. You'll also pass through your first small garden area. It's a short section, but keep an eye out for enemies firing through the gaps in cover. This is also a good point to double back toward the starting section of the house. Make sure you've secured all the evidence and arrested any remaining suspects before moving forward. Once you're confident the area is clear, head back out into the courtyard. From here, looking in the direction of the church, you'll begin clearing the left side of the house. Start at the end closest to the church. Work your way through the interior, then exit back outside to secure the remaining exterior section. Inside, the layout is tight, and this is where your gadget choice, whether it's the riot shield or mirror gun, really pays off. You've made it this far, so slow down, clear carefully, and don't take unnecessary risks. When you exit back outside, you'll face a large open area. There's plenty of cover, but it's also a common place for enemies to hide in corners. Have your squad flash and clear, and make sure to throw your own flashbangs deeper into the back corners before moving in. Finally, we get to the basement. It's rare to find enemies down here, but if you've cleared the entire ground floor and there are still hostiles left, this is where they'll be. The basement can be a little tricky to navigate, so instead of rushing it solo, it's often best to let your team do the heavy lifting and clear it systematically. And that's how you beat Carriers of the Vine. This mission throws a mix of tight interiors, wide courtyards, and tricky angles at you, so patience and careful clearing really pay off. Don't be afraid to use your gadgets, rely on your team when you need to, and always expect enemies to pop up in unexpected places. If this walkthrough helped you out, leave a comment and let me know. Also, if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like button and subscribe for more Ready or Not mission guides. Love y'all. Peace out.